Hi, I'm Matt Greaves, Marketing Manager at SWAT UK. Today I'm joined by David Norris, SWAT UK's Training Director.
Hello, thank you, Matt.
Thanks again for joining us today, David.
Pleasure.
Now, we understand that there's been some proposed changes in relation to the thresholds for small companies. So I wondered if you could tell us a bit more about how that's what the proposal was firstly, and how that's going to impact upon firms generally.
Yeah, certainly, Matt. So it's something we've been talking about on our accounting updates and our accounting courses for the last little while. We're going to see changes in the whole accounting framework for small companies and in the size criteria for what defines a small company. Now, we're still not quite there, so we're not 100% sure of when and how it's going to work, but the future is becoming a little clearer. So towards the end of January, we saw the release of the draft set of proposals and the consultation period ended. So what that confirms then is that for 2016 onwards, we would see the death of the frizzy would end, and small companies would be adopting the small exemption requirements within the FRS 102. So we're going to need to see FRS 102 amended fairly shortly. The size criteria for small companies is changing. Again, this is for 2016, periods commencing 1st of January 2016. The size criteria is still going to be 2 out of 3, 2 years running, but turnover goes up to 10.2 million, gross assets 5.1 million. It's going to be really interesting to see how that affects companies. A lot of companies will now qualify as small, so that's going to be a big proportion of the Companies House register. Also at the bottom, remember we've got micro entities, and so there'll be a new standard for micro entities, probably not going to be called the FRSME, which was the original proposition, but we're going to see that standard based on a cut down version, a very cut down version of FRS 102 that we'll be able to use from 2016 onwards. So lots and lots of changes. We will certainly keep you updated when that becomes final, but do please be thinking, how does it affect your companies and what rules will actually apply to what year end. Final point is worth mentioning, we were talking about the audit threshold on our courses over the last year, and very much the initial feedback from the government was that the audit limit would stay where it is. Now this proposal that's come out, which was a bit of a surprise to everyone, it has said, well actually if we're going to make changes, why don't we increase the audit limit in line with the small company threshold for 2016. So that was a surprise to us. If that gets agreed in the final proposals due very soon, then that will mean that if you're small and your turnover, gross assets is less than the new rules, so 10.2 million turnover, 5.1 million gross assets, if you're less than those, then you'll be able to take advantage of audit exemption as well as small company status. So lots of changes. This is just a very quick update. Please do keep an eye on the website and be talking to your clients about how it might affect them. Thank you very much.
That's great. Thanks very much for that, David. And as David says, we'll be keeping a very close eye on those changes. We'll be running any additional courses to support you with that. You can find out more information on our accountancy news section on the website, where we'll be reporting of any other changes to that. So do please take a look at our website from that point of view. But thanks again very much for that, David.
Thank you.